What is up, lovely people? I hope you are doing so wonderful today. Guys, welcome to today's video. We have reached the final video of our love language series. I'm so excited to share this last one with you as well. So just to quickly remind you of what we're doing. So we are talking about Dr. Gary Chapman's 5 love languages. He describes in his books. He wrote a few on that, and it's really just for you to understand why people act in certain ways, why they behave in certain ways, why they respond in certain ways, and so that you can just grow in your relationships with others and your friendships, and just for that to flourish and just get better and better. Cool. Okay, cool guys. So today we are talking about number 5, and that is physical touch. Okay, so disclaimer quickly before you think, oh no, this is not for me. This is not just for people who are married or people who are dating or in relationships. This is for everyone. Once again, I just want to say that. Cool. So physical touch it's about your physical presence being there and your love being reinforced by your physical presence and you physically being there. So obviously for a person like this, things like neglect and your physical absence and abuse is very hurtful and is not positive. So with people like this, obviously non-verbal actions are important. So typical things like hugging someone, holding someone's hand, kissing someone, obviously that's like the romantic things, but it can also literally be just massaging your sister's back or massaging your brother's feet or like, I don't know if you guys do this as well, but I love like caressing someone. I call it like kilikrap, like just caressing someone softly, just like just little physical touches, little ways of saying, I love you type of things. And I think something else that a lot of people make a mistake in sometimes is, I think with people with this love language of physical touch, you don't always have to say something. So sometimes literally just holding someone or literally just sitting with someone and not saying something is okay. Like that's what they need at that moment. I know I feel like that, just hold me, or this is what I'll actually do sometimes as well with people. I'll just hold them, just sit with them, because they don't want to be preached at that stage, or they don't want to be given your advice or something. They just want you to be there with them and to just bear it with them for that moment. And then also to realize that people like this, they need this regularly. So to give them physical affirmation of your love regularly, and to hug them regularly, or to whatever your way is, just to do it regularly, and also not coldly or half-heartedly, but to, once again, like we said with the others as well, as if you do it, to invest in it and to really do it. And then just one more thing, a quick thing. I think body language is also an important thing. I think also just by physically, like for example, in conversations, to also just through your body language show that you are participating, that you're listening, and like, for example, if you speak to someone, like touch them or in a way like that, obviously appropriately and in the context, but I think also for people like that, that's like a way of saying, okay, I'm listening and I'm with you, that type of thing. Okay, scriptures for the week on that. So Mark 10 verse 14 to 16. This is so beautiful. I love this. So this is the story about the little children who came to Jesus. So in verse 14 it says, when Jesus saw this, he was indignant. He said to them, let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. Truly I tell you, anyone who will not receive the kingdom of God like a little child will never enter it. And then in verse 16, and he took the children in his arms, placed his hands on them, and blessed them. So just that, just the beauty of that, and how Christ has a heart for that sometimes. Sometimes if I pray, then I just pray, or especially if someone is sad or something, then I would pray, Lord, just hold me, just keep me in your arms, and or just let me sit at your feet, type of thing. Because ultimately God is a God of relationship. And then one I want to share with you, which is just so lovely. Paul, when he writes his letters, he says this a lot, but I just love it so much. He says in 2 Corinthians 13 verse 12, greet one another with a holy kiss. So I just thought I'd read that to you. Cool, guys, that was number 5, part 5, physical touch. We've reached the end of our series. It was so much fun to do this with you, and to just really just share with you a few thoughts I have on love languages. So you might be wondering by now, okay, but how do I know which one? Which one am I? So obviously there's a quiz you can do. So there's let me just see. I think it's 5lovelanguages.com. You can go and check it out there and go and do the quiz for yourself. It's not very long. I did it the other night again. It takes like 5 minutes. It's very quick. So you can do that. Or other ways is you can think of your childhood. Think of the way your parents showed love to you, and how you received love, things they did for you that you appreciated. Or think about ways you've been hurt in the past, and where you were hurt, and how that linked to a love language, and what that might have been. And then also just go with your instinct. Like, if you have to think now, how do you show love? How do you express love? What is that? So use instinct as well. That's also an important thing. And just to come to a conclusion. Ultimately, love, like so many other things in life, is a choice, and you can choose, guys. You can choose to better your relationships with people. You can choose to make your relationships better for the both of you in your friendships, and to just grow in that. And remember that one has never completed the learning process in life. You can always learn more. You can always become a better version of you each day. Keep working on yourself and on your love that you show to others. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun for me to do this. If you like this video and just this series, let me know in the comments which one you could relate with the most, which one you think you are. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. That was part 5 of our love language series, physical touch, and I am Grete. Bye, guys.